Good morning, everybody. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, but also one specific altcoin, which is XMR. But first we'll start off with Bitcoin, so a bit of an overview. And if you're bothered, you can watch the rest of the video about XMR. So here we are back again at the support, this basic support that we hit before the weekend, basically. I said basically a lot of times then. 81,600. If we see a bounce from here, it shouldn't be unheard of. We saw one before. This one's a bit deeper. Trade wars are basically active, and tariffs are going live this week. So who knows what the repercussions of all of this is going to be. One thing we can do, sit back, watch and wait. Just watch the show. As far as the 4-year cycle is concerned, I don't believe it to be broken. I keep saying it's not broken. I don't see how you can say that it's broken until it's until the 4 years has elapsed, and then you see that it's over. There's a higher high, there's a higher low, there's a higher high, there's a higher low. Maybe there's another higher high coming after that. As far as any kind of, it is broken is concerned, I don't see how anyone can say that. Did you say that here? I don't know. Did you say it here? I don't know. Did you say it here? I don't know. Did you say... But people are still saying it here. So, it's one of those things that'll be clear in hindsight. Anyway, it looks relatively good as far as I'm concerned. As far as Bitcoin is, as long as we're above this 50 simple, 50 exponential, even this horizontal, all the way down to around 72, basically, just below that, it's good, okay? So I don't want to hear about this 4-year cycle being broken. Right, XMR, USDT. Now, I don't know if anybody knows about this, but it's actually an okay looking chart. We have a golden cross weekly, another golden cross weekly, all right? We have a daily, which is trending up after Golden Cross, which took place all the way back down here in November. So it's continued on from November. It's one of the best charts out there. We have a 4-hourly, which has a Golden Cross, which is retested, and now it's basically looking to hopefully move back up again. Now, I bought some of this last night after the live stream. It's always worth having some, because the reason I talk about it, or the reason I thought I'd bring it up, is that sometimes when we look at crypto, we're like, all right, so this is going to do this, and this is going to solve this problem, and this is going to do this, and this is going to cure the world of rah rah rah, and this is going to do that, and rah rah rah. All this utility, all these promises, all these white papers that people wade through to try and understand what's going on. Whereas the reality is, when it comes to adoption, XMR is pretty much well integrated with dodgy dealings and darknet, right? Love it or hate it, or just recognize it for what it is. The utility is pretty clear. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars, running through the black market, and they're all using this. Now, that is something that doesn't take much brain power to understand, that this has already been adopted by the black market, adopted by dodgy geezers, and as a result of that, it has a decent chart. There's nothing else to say about it. I know it's one of those things where people say, oh, what about the layer 2? What about the layer 3? What about the layer 475s? What about the GameFi? What about the NFT? What about this? I'm not saying that I know the answers. What I would probably be best to say is that I don't know what the hell you're on about, whereas something like this is relatively crisp and clear from a chart perspective and pretty easy to understand from a fundamentals. So let's allow it to run, because this looks like a giant accumulation with the beginning of a higher term time frame breakout. We're looking for 253, then we should be looking at 318, and then from there, new all-time high. Excellent. Right, well, I'll leave with you there. There's really nothing much more I can say about this. But thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.